Hello, welcome to Mina's bookshelf. I'm doing a mid August general well being reading for the air signs today. So I'm reading for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And as I did for the other two elements, my reading will cover different areas of your life. So I will be doing a reading that will cover your general physical well-being and everything that regards you, the material, tangible manifestation of your life. So your general energy, your wealth. Themes like work and assets and finances. Then I will go into your intellectual space to see how communications are going for you, and then we'll do also a draw card for relationships, for your heart space, and the spirituality and creativity. These are readings for sun, moon, rising signs, and placements also of Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Also, I consider that as well as a major planet. So, um, keep in mind that messages might be spread in more than a sign, as your natal chart is a very complex portrait of your personality. Also, I would like to remind you that these are general readings, might resonate with you entirely or partially. Just take with you whatever resonates with your personal story and disregard what doesn't. And also, since we're touching the like physical well-being with the oracle and the tarot, I would like to remind you that these are readings for entertainment purposes only. If you have any concerns in a matter of health issues, legalities, and your finances, consult a professional. Since I am not, and my messages cannot replace any expert advice. I only read energy, I do not state facts. So, as I have done also for the other two elements, because I already read for earth signs and fire signs, I'm going to use the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle because these readings are focused on your well being and self healing practices. So I will give you some practical guidance and advices to enhance your general sense of well being. And we'll pull four cards from the tarot. Will cover different areas of your life, so your physical manifestation with well-being and wealth, your intellectual space, your heart space, and your spirituality and creativity. Okay, we'll read also from the guidebooks. Danielle Noel's guidebooks are always very inspiring and empowering, so we'll read messages from her tarot deck. This is the shadow edition of the Moonchild Tarot, and we'll read also, of course, from the Law of Positivism. So, as I shuffle the cards, I would like to invite the spirit guides from the pure white light, guardian angels, heavenly saints, God's archangels, God, creator of the universe, the Virgin Mary, the Holy Spirit, the ancestors who love us and want the highest good of all, Mother Nature, and my anima totem, to please protect me during my readings, provide me with clarity, inspiration for you all. Okay, so what do we need to know for the earth signs? This is a unique reading for all air signs, sorry. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What do we need to know about the tangible manifestation of your being, your physical well-being, your wealth? We have four swords. You're resting or in need of a rest. You're coming probably from a difficult time, as the Four of Swords follows, as you know, the challenging times and the challenging energy of the Three of Swords. Um, you're in need of some physical recuperation, relax, meditation. You might be in need to actually increase the amount of hours when it comes to sleeping, introducing more naps into your daily routine if you can. Um, Sometimes rest can be achieved also through meditation. Your brain really needs to get into the REM phase, in order to metabolize and process thoughts. Pay a lot of attention to your dreams as well, as you might be able to download some important messages through your dreams. Okay, so this is as far as regards the other aspects of your, material manifestation of your well-being. If a when it comes to a work professional path, you might be on vacation, or you might really need to have a take a break from everything. For some people, might be also time to think about sabbaticals, or extended leaves from work. For some of you, let's see what is going on in your intellectual space, mind, ideas, communication. What do you need to know? Air signs. What is going on when it comes to your intellectual space? We have the Four of Pentacles. Well, it feels like intellectually you're not really open to embrace new thoughts, new ideas, and as far as communication goes as well, you're pretty closed off. It really feels with these two fours in. It's interesting how this is the pentacle suit that normally represents the tangible manifestation of your energy, like your physical health, your wealth, your material well-being. Is coming in the intellectual space, in the mind space, and the Four of Swords that it normally indicates, take a break mentally from the challenges of your life, appeared instead in your material manifestation of your life. That's very interesting. But anyway, the fact that both these two cards are fours, they talk about trying to gain stability through inaction, through stagnation, through rest. There's not much going out, and you're not letting things in, so it feels like you're, for right now, you're just shut down. You're not interested in acting, interacting, communicating, arguing, challenging, even just the idea of thinking about different plans, different ideas, different course of actions for you. It's definitely a no right now. You might be on vacation. That could be one of the possible explanation. And when I say vacation, I mean also, even if you're not able, and if you're not in this condition to actually take off and go to the beach, go to the mountains, or go and travel abroad, you're simply staying at home, within the walls of your house. You're trying to recuperate, you're trying to regain tranquility. You're not really opening yourself up to adventures and ventures. When it comes to relationships, so let's see what is going on in your heart space, air signs. It's a challenging time. It feels like, for the air signs that normally are so open to interactions, to mental stimulation, to intellectual challenges, to communication with other people. Especially when I think about the Gemini and the Aquarius, and it feels like you're not really yourself. You're not being yourself right now. In your heart space, we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting how we go from the very tranquil, restful, closed off energy of these two cards in your material and physical well being card and intellectual space. We go to the adventurous spirit of the Knight of Wands when it comes to relationships. Um, you're opening, you have the, you're opening up to maybe flirting, traveling, going out to see other people. in the most positive sense. In the kind of more challenging aspect of the Knight of Wands, there is a little bit of player energy here, so it feels like you might be a little bit of a player when it comes to interactions and relationships, especially on the romantic front. You're in and out. You're having fun, actually. Let's put it this way, but you're not really committed. You're not really committed. And that's okay because it feels like you're not really open to um, like important engagements, if you know what I mean. You're more on the, playful, not too committed uh, level of human interactions. Let's see what's going on in your spirituality and creativity. Spirituality and creativity for the air signs. What is going on? What is going on? These are two cards. Well, we'll look at them both. Oh, we have the Two of Cups and Death. All right, so it's a great time of transformation, especially when it comes to things that you're really passionate about. It really feels like you're closing a chapter on something that you used to love, and you're going towards a complete transformation. You might have closed something. Might have closed a chapter in your life, and maybe for this reason now you're taking a well-deserved rest. You're shutting everybody and everything out for right now. Maybe there was something in your romantic relationships, maybe sphere of your life that came to an end, and for this reason now you're keeping everything on a more light-hearted level without going too deep with the relationships and commitments. A great time of transformation. It's not always a bad thing. Actually, I would say the death card for me is never a bad energy. It's actually an energy of hope. It means that you're closing the door towards something that you're leaving behind, that doesn't have a is not aligned with you anymore, with your life purpose, with your needs, with your wishes and your desires. Something has reached the past due date, and it's time to move on and transform and let some new energy in. So for some of you, really, your general well-being, mid-August, air signs, is really affected by the way some relationships went down, and it really feels like you closed a chapter, you closed um, some chapters of your life, especially when it comes to relationship. You're taking a break, and you're now really opening up to any new big commitment. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. Always try to be honest with yourself, though. There's always a chance that with this kind of behavior, you might be sabotaging yourself. So, honesty and transparency, it's of essence. Now, let's read from the guidebook and see if there's anything in addition to what I have said that might help you understand where you are in each of these spheres of your life right now when it comes to general well being. So, we're starting with the physical, material manifestation of your life, health, wealth, with the Four of Swords. A woman quietly meditates in a dreamy twilight space. Before her, three swords are suspended in the air, individual representations of the passing challenges that were reflected in the previous card. And maybe this death card here, connected to the Two of Cups in your creativity and spirituality, might mean that you come from a difficult closing, difficult ending. Beneath her rests a single sword, the symbol of one particular setback that still remains unresolved. So the keywords are evaluation, meditation, solitude, recovery, and rest. The Four of Swords points to a lingering or internalized stress that is still unresolved, quietly waiting for closure or relief. If you have been experiencing any setbacks or difficulties, take a moment to reflect on the issues at hand. You may need this time to recuperate and revitalize yourself in order to face any potential challenges that may return and also to face new beginnings. This gentle pause could offer you a fresh perspective and allow you to process the experience without feeling too pressured or rushed. Give yourself this time to recover and prepare yourself mentally for the journey ahead. After this, you may feel clearer about how things will ultimately unfold once you have a better sense of how to guide your efforts. A wonderful time for introspection and self exploration. Trust the wisdom of your inner voice, its logic will help guide you forward. And as I said, meditation, practices like meditation, yoga, silence as well. That's a great, has a great therapeutic power. For your intellectual sphere, we have the Four of Pentacles. Let's read from the Four of Pentacles. What is going on? A woman stands amidst a dreamy backdrop of clouds, indicating an illusory vantage point of the world around her. Suspended at her head are four golden pentacles, representations of her clinging materialism. Her hands clasped around her neck, stifling and suffocating her sense of true freedom. Very interesting how the elements were switched here. This should have been like the mental space with the swords and the pentacles with the material and tangible manifestation of your life. So materialism, control, obstacles, possessiveness, and ego. But it really applies as well to the intellectual space because it really gives the idea of being closed off towards a sense of mind open. Open mind, actually. The Four of Pentacles illuminates our notions of success and what abundance means to us. If we spend too much time focusing on personal affluence or the materialistic things in life, such as possessions, the accumulation of wealth, or social status, we might lose sight of what truly matters. You should continue to take pride in all that you have achieved, but not let the illusion of physical wealth get in the way of who you truly are. This card can point to a desire for stability, settling down, or a conservative lifestyle that prevents any risk taking behavior. It may also reflect hoarding or negative attachments that stunt personal growth or change. Is there an emotional void that you're trying to fill by holding on to things that mask a lack of security in your life? And this death in Two of Cups might have something to do with this kind of reaction, especially if this ending, although natural in its causes, might have caused some heartache. Let's see now in your emotional relationship sphere, we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. As I said before, it feels like you're not ready for any commitment. You want to keep things lighthearted. A knight stands behind a powerful motif of their mystical wand, a tool of true manifestation and creative prowess. The blooming flower around them indicate a passionate spark for adventure that is fueled by curiosity. This knight peers out into the universe with a cunning eye, seeing an endless scope of experiences ahead of them. Their heart and confidence remains strong and true. It's interesting how these two cards could have been easily switched and still make sense for the tangible general health and wealth and the intellectual powers. And these two, this Two of Cups and Death could have been easily being the cards in your relationship space and still make sense because they indicate the ending of an important relationship or something that your heart was really after. And the Knight of Wands might easily be also the card that you could see in your spiritual and creativity field because although something has ended and a chapter closed, possibly with some heartache and disappointment, you are, however, opened up to new adventures. The Knight of Wands embodies a knack for adventure that goes beyond logic and convention. This is the type of spark that surges when you have nothing else to lose, through an optimized sense of freedom that has no room for doubt or fear. This confidence leads this person forward with zero thought of potential consequences along the way, because truly, what could possibly go wrong when you have total inspiration driving you? The Knight of Wands is one of the most visionary people in the tarot, as they seem to exist outside of physical reality, crossing through liminal dimensions that lead them anywhere they choose. This is a powerful frequency to align with, and of course, come with risks when proper foresight is not taken into consideration. But with all of their leaps and bounds, this dreamer has the power to move mountains, break paradigms, and build entirely new worlds and inventions. So there is potential with this card here in your heart space and relationships, that has also a strong spiritual charge. There's a good chance for you to recover pretty quickly from whatever happened in the other fields of your life. Now, let's get a card from the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle to see how can you, let's say, propel yourself when it comes to healing practices and anything you could do in a practical way to enhance your general well-being. Air signs. So what do you need to know about your general well-being for this mid-August reading? When I heal, the world heals. And there's another card that is speaking out. I realize negative thoughts about myself. I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. And it's really important that you pay attention to this affirmation, because with this Four of Swords, especially with the Four of Pentacles energy, that tends to hoard, that tends to hold on to things and feelings and thoughts, you really need to let them go. You really need to release them. You are obviously in need of healing, and the magical and powerful things about healing is that when we heal ourselves, automatically our energy vibrates and expands to other people and to our environment. All right, we'll read from these two cards for these two cards from the guidebook, and see what kind of advices the creator of this deck, Shireen Oberg, has for you, air signs, to enhance your physical well-being, general well-being, and healing, self-healing. So, card number 30. The emotions, energy, and frequency we project create change. Not only are we affected by those around us, but we also have a collective web of energy binding us together. This way, our own state reflects out into the world. We see this when major world events happen affecting those we haven't met. When there is fear or anger, we can feel it in our own being. And I have a feeling that you're holding on to those feelings, those negative feelings, here with this Four of Pentacles. I'm really guided to say that for many of you, air signs, your general well being has been impacted by something that happened in your emotional world, an ending, the ending of a relationship, the ending of something that you used to love. When committing to healing your emotions and doing the work to walk your highest potential and path, you're not only serving yourself, but everyone and everything. You directly impact those around you that experience the shifts happening within you and raise your frequency. On top of this, when you are in a healed space within yourself, only then can you support and heal others fully. Have compassion and love for your journey and fully accept yourself, and let this frequency overflow to others and the world. In a more practical way, we can do some universal heart meditation with this Four of Swords. Use this meditation as often as you wish for at least 5-15 minutes each time. Sense how this practice shifts your energy. Number 1, sit in a comfortable position, focus on your breath, and start sensing your heart space. Number two, visualize it as a green or pink center of light, and with each inhalation, let this heart space expand more and more. Next step, let it expand and fill up your body, then surround your body and fill up the room. Step 4, when you feel ready, start expanding this heart energy out and around the whole world, like an embrace, and let the earth be infused by this energy. Number 5, this is the practice of sharing your inner healing with the world. The symbols here in this card are the world in the hands. Inner healing is outer healing. Let's read also from card number 13, which is the number of the death card in the tarot, which showed up here in your spirituality and creative space. Release negative thoughts about yourself and my life. It's a big challenge here with the Four of Pentacles that tends to hold back, hold in. But you really are getting here with this reading some guidance and practical things that you can do to help you out. The source of suffering, according to many wisdom traditions and religions, is desire and attachment, as it leads to a sense of lack and deflects us from the divine. Mind-formed desires are tainted by our external programming and the illusion that we are only physical beings. This can lead us to a sense of comparison and lack because separatedness becomes our truth. Negative thought patterns remove us from the abundance and fullness of the present moment. These thoughts can be down to years and years of programming, false beliefs, and doubts that have imprinted our minds to see the world in a specific way. They are attached to experiences that we haven't healed from. The only way to release negative thoughts is to face them and transform them into energy that helps you grow. The first step of working with your thoughts is to become aware of them, both conscious and subconscious, to observe them objectively. When something is seen and acknowledged, you give it the possibility to heal and release. Ways to release negative thoughts. Journal with thoughts. Hold your back and see if you can trace them back to when they started. Or journal which thoughts hold you back and see if you can trace them back to where they started. Focus on that time and see what needs to be healed. Meditate with your breath and consciously watch each limiting thought release from your body as you exhale. Repeat affirmations as a replacement for the negative word chatter by using empowering, loving, and accepting words that help to form new thought patterns. Examples of affirmations that you could use: I love myself and my life. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm whole and complete. Give a daily gratitude journal and focus on what you appreciate and are grateful for. What stays with me particularly from these affirmations here is I'm whole and complete. The fact that something came to an end, and it might be something in your emotional world as well, might give you that sense of being lacking, that sense of an empty space left by the person that is no more with you for any given reason, might give you the sense of being fractured, so that sense of fractured self. You are whole. You are exactly where you need to be, and you are whole. The fact that something or somebody has departed your life in a manner that was naturally and overdue probably doesn't mean that you're losing something of yourself. You're actually opening yourself to enriching your life with what is really meant for you. I'm guided to say that. Okay, thank you so much, Air Signs, for staying with me for this reading. I really hope it was helpful. I really hope that the message will reach the right people. For this reason, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave your feedback in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you and how. Every interaction with the channel will help it grow and reach as many people as possible. Hopefully, the people that need these messages the most. If you need a personal reading, please contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of any of my videos. There will be an email address for you to write to if you want to book a private reading. Thank you so much. Until I see you next time, many